Hi, my name is Zach Crawford, and I'm going to be presenting the SDAIE strategy called Every Student Gets a Chance. This strategy is very simple, it takes very little preparation, and it helps students, particularly English language learners, remember important definitions and vocab and reinforce key concepts. This strategy is also useful for any subject, and that's one of the best things about it. In order to prepare for the strategy, the teacher should identify key terms, concepts, and ideas that they want their students to learn and then write them down on the board. The teacher should then begin by reading the term out loud for the class. So in this case, since I'm in the single subject social science program, we're going to talk about NATO, which is an acronym, and it stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. After the teacher has demonstrated the term, he or she should have students volunteer one at a time to read the exact same information on the board. Let every student who feels comfortable enough to volunteer have a turn reading. So in this case, I would call on a student to read the exact same information, NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. By exposing the class to different ways of hearing the same information, they will hear other pronunciations, inflections, and intonations that will hopefully stick with them. In addition, the more students that volunteer and engage in this strategy, the more likely other students who may be shy or nervous will volunteer also and begin to try to read the information on the board. Another great benefit of this strategy is its repetitive nature, which will allow these ideas to become ingrained in the memories of the students. The strategy can be used for multiple definitions or concepts, or just to reinforce one in particular. Ms. Barnett, I see your hand is raised. Would you like to read what's on the board?
NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Very good. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to put up another definition on the board for students to read. Alright, so now I'm going to demonstrate what I want my students to read. It says, Red Scare, fear of the spread of communism in the United States after World War I. Ms. Bicker, I see now you have your hand raised. Would you mind reading what's on the board?
Red Scare, fear of the spread of communism in the U.S. after World War I.
Very good. And now we would just repeat that for as many students raise their hands. The goal is to hopefully have the English language learners and the students that are not as vocal in class get comfortable enough to try to read the information that's on the board. This will allow students to continue to hear the exact same information and have it become ingrained in their minds. In conclusion, this strategy not only helps our English learners become more comfortable and engage in the lesson, but also serves to help all students remember important definitions, vocabulary, and concepts by reinforcing these types of academic language and content. Thanks.